Hello everyone, Moro here. This is a video where I'm going to rank all 6 of WAKFU's level 170 relics. And before I start, I'm going to make a quick disclaimer and say that this is completely biased on my experience. It's going to be based on how how often I use it under my builds and how much mastery they are given, and mostly on just how useful they're going to be on further levels. So let's begin with the luck log, which I'm going to quickly put it in the S tier. It's just single-handedly the best relic on the 170 level range, mostly because of its defense stats. If you if you invest all of your resistance points on characteristics, you're going to have a total of 100 elemental mastery just in characteristics. You can add 50 more on your major page, which adds up to 150. And with the 50 elemental resistance from the luck log, you easily reach 200 defenses. This already makes a third of the total defense you need to have decent bulk, which is nothing to sneeze at, in my opinion. It really works. It really helps you out on further levels, mostly because it holds 2 AP, which means it covers the cape AP and the relic AP, so it nicely fits on 12 AP builds. The 11% block that it offers also makes good for good bulk in general, since if you're in a tank build, it really boosts up your tanking ability, and if you're not a tank, you're given a 10% chance of reducing your damage, which in my opinion is quite a lot. It really helps. Next up is the bag on hand, which is honestly the best damaging relic for range characters. But I'm going to put it in the A tier because since it's a one-handed weapon, it doesn't cover the one-handed weapon AP. I think most of its damage comes from this trade-off, but it really hurts on your build if you don't have the extra AP, so you have to kind of make up for it. Otherwise, it has a very good bulk. It holds 20 elemental resistance on it on the single-handed weapon slot, so you can equip it with a shield. You can make a very good mixed damager, a tanky damager, I guess, or you can really pump it up with a dagger. It holds up in further levels. I think uh, it's going to make really good use up to level 200 as well. I'm not really sure about 215 and 230, but it's very comfortable to play with if you get around with, I don't know, 12-5 build. You're not missing a lot. You're not missing the crit from the relic, so it holds. It's balanced. Uh, the Dora Neo. I'm going to put this one on the B tier, mostly because I don't like the defenses it's got. I mean, thinking about it, the Dora Lagoon, its predecessor, is has way more bulk than this helmet in general. Uh, Compared to other legendary helmets you get, it doesn't really show much of utility when it offers the same range as a normal helmet. Though though it also has 125 elemental mastery, which is useful for most characters. So I'm going to put it on low A tier simply because it's just not as powerful as the bygone hand, but it can pull off some fragile but powerful builds. The wound straps are kind of ugly to me. Not I'm not saying it because it looks ugly, but it has very low damage compared to other damaging belts. It holds a lot of crit, which makes me want to think if it this kind of a support item. Maybe it wants to make up for a support item like Luck Luck does, but I don't know. It doesn't pull off that much well of a job. I'm going to put it in C tier mostly because it holds MP, WP, and control points, which as for update 1.78, it is not as useful anymore. It, maybe it can work for as a data build that aims for bulk and damage at the same time, but I have to really think about it. It's really hard to fit in. You have to make up for AP if you're looking for AP. Maybe Anostrov take care of can manage to use this relic, but I don't know. He's been missing a lot of damage and resistance if it switches it for a Luck Cloak. The Dazzling Siglet, I'm going to put this in straight A uh, before the Duranio because, well, from my perspective, this ring actually has the damage of a level 200 ring. I mean, think about it. Most of the level 170 rings have an average of 50 damage overall, but the Dazzling Siglet has twice that damage, and it also holds 6% extra crit on the ring section. So you can equip full crit items, and with the Dazzling Belt, you're getting an extra 6%. But I don't know. Now that I'm remembering, this item gives you 1 AP, but also trades 1 MP from build. So you're going to struggle a lot by moving around, which I think is going to put it in the B tier, mostly because of that MP loss you're giving for this extra damage. Otherwise, it's a very solid relic. It also has very good defense. If backed with a Hood Fellows ring, it's going to make up for a pretty good mixed build, in my opinion. The Makasutra amulet is pretty solid. I think when you look at other damaging items, it has the it has the damage. I mean, 170 damage may look as much as the Dirty Look amulet, but looking back into it, the Dirty Look is and it's not a crit item, so you have to depend on a non-crit build or have to make up for the crit that Dirty Look doesn't have. And it also has Elemental Mastery, which is very useful, like I said, to many classes. The only drawback is that it's a mono elemental relic, so maybe it's good for a single element character. I don't know, like Hopper Mage, maybe Rogue or some others. I think Echo Flip also makes good use of this relic. It's fun to play with, not gonna lie. Maybe a support could also take advantage of this, maybe way better than the wound straps. Mostly because it has a the opportunity to give a mono elemental build with elemental concentration, which really pays off in the end. And I guess that will be it. Final thoughts. I don't know. Tedora New is really bugging me here because I don't know that those 60 defense on just 2 elements really bothers me a lot. But again, it fits for a sniper build. It really makes up for good damage, but it's actually very debatable for me. Anyway, I would like to know your thoughts on this tier list. I'm not sure if I am comfortable with the display of this ranking, but these are my best thoughts right now, and I think I stand with most of what I've declared on the making this list. So thank you for watching.